The purpose of that, Pearson, was to weather a storm, right? Keep doing well as far as cash flowing, providing investor distributions, and retaining asset value.
So what's the number one secret to recession-resistant assets?
Number one, maybe I'll give you a couple thoughts here. So what does it mean to be recession resistant? Number one, I'll start with that. To us, looking back at the last several years, in 2018, we kind of thought at that time there was a lot of indicators in the marketplace that there could be a market correction coming soon. And we wanted to best position capital for a downturn, for a recession. And so we went out and created a fund that invested in mobile home parks, self-storage, and Class B workforce housing in growth markets. Put that together, closed the fund to new capital in 2019. The purpose of that, Pearson, was to weather a storm, right? Keep doing well as far as cash flowing, providing investor distributions, and retaining asset value. And so we've done that quite well. We obviously have seen some bumps along the way since we closed that fund in 2020, COVID. We stopped investing entirely for 7 months, just analyzing the markets, trying to determine, is there going to be distress? Is there going to be, tenants' inability to stay and pay, occupancy dropping, et cetera, supply increasing? We didn't see that. We kind of saw the opposite. A lot of demand, high demand from residents, users of the assets, and then also from other equity groups who were selling to, right? So you want to always look at your exit strategy. And we found that the number of buyers for these assets was increasing pretty quickly. By about Q3 2020, we decided to continue what we were doing as far as investment strategy and thesis, but we added kind of shorter term deals, Pearson, to our criteria, 2 to 3 year holds. We didn't do that prior to COVID. That's the one main shift that we adjusted after seeing a lot of the tailwinds that were created through the 2020 or so. Rapid rent growth, rapid cap rate compression. And so we, prior to that, we were really only focusing on 5 to 10 year holds. Again, really trying to weather a storm. Fast forward to Q1 of 2022, we stopped and paused all shorter term deals again, moved back towards recession resistance, very much focusing on long-term fixed rate debt, conservative loan to cost, yield on cost, looking at a lot of these metrics, stabilized assets that have a value add play, and really more 5 to 10 year holds again. So that's a bit of our evolution over the last several years and how we focus a bit more on recession resistance.
Yeah, so something I want to bring up, you wrote a book, Navigating Passive Real Estate Investments in a Post-COVID Era. And you kind of mentioned how you shifted during the pandemic, right? From a long-term, buy and hold, value add, stabilized assets to a really quick, almost like a flip in some, sense. And then kind of move back to a longer term. So this is going to sound dumb, maybe, but and you guys can all get a copy of the book by going to smkcap.com/5 steps, all one word, number 5 steps. You guys can grab a free copy of that book. So I highly recommend going out and grabbing that.